So, once again, I would say welcome, beautiful souls. And today we are talking about the power of consistency in resilience. And if I may ask you, have you ever watched a child learning to walk? They fall, get up, fall again, and get up again. They don't give up after three attempts and say, well, walking isn't for me. Of course, that never happens. But they keep trying day after day until one day they are running around the house giving everyone a heart attack, especially to moms. So today, what we are talking about is something that might seem very, very simple, but actually life changing: consistency. And I must say, from my personal experience, it has actually changed my life. So I want to share this powerful truth with you. Water cuts through the rock not by strength, but by persistence. Look at our rivers. They aren't stronger than mountains, but given enough time, they carve magnificent valleys through the hardest stone. And that's the power we'll tap into today. How many of us have tried to transform our lives overnight? If anybody is trying, please raise your hand. I certainly have. We decide on Sunday that starting Monday, we'll wake up at 5 a.m., meditate for an hour, exercise for 90 minutes, eat only home cooked nutritious meals, ready or read 50 pages, and be the perfect mother, daughter, wife, professional, anything. And by Wednesday, we are exhausted, eating kathi rolls in bed at midnight, wondering what went wrong. And many a times I've seen people, you know, going to the gym and then after coming out, having chole bhature at the outlet outside. That happens with our New Year resolutions too. See, so many things. But the truth is, transformation doesn't happen in dramatic bursts of efforts. It happens through consistency. Think about our grandmothers making achar, the pickles. They didn't rush the process. Day after day, they would turn the jar in the sun with patience and care. And that's why the pickle lasted all year and why their wisdom still nourishes us today. Let me tell you about a government officer, a 38-year-old government officer from Lucknow. After her second child, she struggled with weight gain and low energy. But instead of crash dieting, she made one little change: a 10-minute walk after dinner every night. Just 10 minutes. On busy days with family demands, she was not able to do more than 10 minutes, but she still persisted. During festivals and celebrations, just 10 minutes. And after 6 months, those 10 minutes became 30, then an hour. And 2 years later, she completed her first half marathon. Not through intense training bursts, but through showing up for self consistently. We often wait for big moments to show courage or strength. But let me tell you, resilience isn't built in those rare, dramatic instances. It's built in the small choices we make every single day. Now, let me tell you about a 19-year-old college student. She struggled with social anxiety. Speaking in class was terrifying. Her counselor one day suggested one small daily practice. That is one small. Ask or answer one question in class each day. Just one. Some days her voice shook, her throat choked, and some days her answer wasn't perfect. But she showed up consistently. And 3 years later, she leads a college debate team and mentors younger students with similar struggles. For too long, Indian women have been celebrated for grand sacrifices, giving up careers for family, putting everyone else first. But the true strength isn't always in the big sacrifices, it's in the small, consistent acts of self care and courage that no one may applaud, but that gradually transform us from within. So, like my mother, who wakes up 30 minutes before everyone else, not because she has more chores to do, but because those quiet moments with a chai and her thoughts center her for the day. And for 35 years, she hasn't missed this ritual through raising children, caring for aging parents, working full time. And that's consistency has been her anchor. And many of you are moms. I'm sure you also have some morning ritual which you love. And that is kind of a self care. You want to spend time with your own self. So now I know what you might be thinking. Discipline sounds restrictive. I want to be free, spontaneous. But here's the paradox: discipline actually creates freedom. So when you consistently save a small amount each month, you eventually gain financial freedom. And when you consistently practice a skill, you gain the freedom to express yourself through it effortlessly. And when you consistently honor your boundaries, you gain freedom from others' expectations. Let me tell you about Priya, a 45-year-old teacher and a mother of three from Kolkata. Found herself constantly exhausted and resentful. On a therapist's advice, she made one consistent change. Every day after school, she would take 20 minutes alone before engaging with family demands. Just 20 minutes to decompress. Her family resisted at first. What do you mean you can't help with homework immediately? But she remained consistent. And after several months, not only was she less stressed, but her relationship improved. Her discipline created freedom, freedom from burnout, freedom to be more present, and freedom to enjoy her family rather than just serve them. So, one of the most powerful forms of consistency is how we speak to ourselves. Do you know the average person has about 60,000 thoughts per day? And for many women, a shocking number of these are negative. I'm not good enough. I should be doing more. I don't deserve success. And imagine these statements 60,000 times a day. No wonder we struggle with confidence. And this is where consistent mental discipline becomes vital. When we consistently challenge negative thoughts and replace them with realistic, compassionate ones, we gradually rewire our brains. So, I invite you all to join me in a consistency challenge. And here's how it works. One, choose one small action you'll commit to doing every day for the next 7 days. Make it tiny and specific, so small that you can't say no. I would definitely love that after the end of this session, please share that small action in the WhatsApp group, because let's be an accountability partner to each other, because it is your choice which action you want to choose. But let others know what you are planning for the next 7 days. It might be like writing down three things you're grateful for, or 5 minutes of mindful breathing, or even a short walk where you notice five beautiful things. Or we can say one act of kindness for yourself, for someone else. So it can be anything, any small act. Then, second, at the end of each day, ask yourself this powerful question: did I show up for myself today? Was I perfect? Or did I accomplish everything? Just did I honor my commitment to myself? Just ask these questions. And number three, if you miss a day, and some of you can, the most important consistency is getting back on track the very next day. You don't have to just leave it in the dilemma, oh, I missed. No, like we say, get up, start all over again, continue. No waiting until Monday, no waiting until the stars align. Resilience isn't about never falling, it's about how quickly you get back. So, how many of you are ready to take this challenge? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. So, even with me, when I started journaling 5 minutes each night, it seemed so small. But those 5 minutes gradually became my century. On days when life felt overwhelming, those 5 minutes grounded me. On days of celebration, those 5 minutes helped me savor the joy. The practice itself became an anchor through life storms. And talking about consistency, I shared it in the beginning of the session today. Today is our 50th day. That's consistency. We are consistently meeting. So, what makes consistency so powerful? Science shows that consistent small actions actually change our brain structure. New neural pathways form and strengthen. What once required effort becomes automatic. This is why our grandmothers could make perfect rotis without measuring anything. Years of consistent practice created mastery that looked effortless. And the same principle applies to emotional resilience. When we consistently practice self compassion, boundary setting, or positive thinking, these responses eventually become our default. And in our culture, we often speak of legacy in terms of achievements or possessions. But I believe our greatest legacy is the consistent values we live day after day. Think of the women who raised you. What made them remarkable wasn't usually one dramatic event. It was their consistent love, their consistent values, and their consistent strength that shaped you. When we practice consistency in building our resilience, we don't just transform ourselves, we create a ripple effect that touches everyone around us. So I want you to leave you with this beautiful thought. The most extraordinary transformations often look ordinary in the moment. A river carving through stone doesn't see daily progress, but over time, the landscape is forever changed. Your small, consistent actions may seem insignificant today, but they are carving out the landscape of your future self. My call to action is this: choose your one small daily practice before you leave this room. And before getting on to other tasks, just post it in the WhatsApp group. What is that one task that you're planning to do for the next 7 days? Write it down. That is why I'm asking you to share it. And for the next 7 days, show up for yourself consistently. And remember, water cuts through rock not because it's stronger, but because it never gives up. And I'm sure neither will you. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, everyone.